'Cause I am happy on this island. Wanna be my farmland. I don't ever want to leave. I'm in a tropic club. I remember the ocean blue. Memories die out too hard. But we were traveling the mountains just to find the loudest tears. We set down by the fire, knowing we could aim higher, but we didn't know that yet. So if you want something to hold on to, gotta find it first. But here I am, 'cause I've been laying under palm trees, waiting for the summer, knowing there's nowhere to go. 'Cause I am happy on this island, wanna be my farmland. I don't ever want to leave.
I wanna take it all in, I'm falling. The cityscape by night, wanna catch in my photos. Where you go, every corner twice as bright. They'll be my treasures forever. When I can't hold you tight, I'll see the Stockholm lights. The Stockholm lights, the Stockholm lights. The Stockholm lights, the Stockholm lights. Tomorrow feels a year away, like the seconds, the beginning and the end. But if in time it's yesterday, your picture's gonna bring it home to me again. The world is waiting up, the world is waiting half a step beyond our door. And if it's not enough, I wanna see the stuff the world has got in store. I wanna take it all in, I'm falling. The cityscape by night, wanna catch in my photos. Where you go, every corner twice as bright. They'll be my treasures forever. When I can't hold you tight, I'll see the Stockholm lights. The Stockholm lights, the Stockholm lights.
From the top, and I'm hating the slack. Couple man slide around like they hate in the gaff. Please stop talking that trash, 'cause the vibes in the front all the way to the back. heavy is that? Light work with the bass on the track, on my face to the back like I'm taking a slap. I need a drink, but it's straight from the tap. And I'm hating the slack, couple man stand around like they hate in the gaff. Please stop talking that trash, cause the vibes in the front all the way to the back.
Ladies and gentlemen, may I have your attention, please? Tekken Tuesday will begin in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Get ready for the next battle.
Stream is starting. Hello, chat.
We're sorry you're experiencing technical issues. Go fuck yourself.
Literally. Anyway, hi. How's everybody doing? I need to join the thing. Have you made a room yet?
Yes, I have.
Look at you. I'm gonna join it.
Okay.
Fucking took you long enough there, Jeff,
literally
bro.
told you I have 6 glasses of wine deep into the night, so... like, the slack. All of it, you need to cut it for me right now.
Alright, so we're doing random, right?
We are doing random characters. I have a little ravioli in front of me that is terrible, so I'm going to be, like, crunching on the
Ravioli.
What kind of raviolis are you having that are
Is
crunchy?
it dry?
No, look.
Oh no!
Just like the ramen noodle.
RNG has been on my side.
They're
today.
dehydrated ravioli.
They're not that bad. They were frozen originally, and they're not that bad for frozen ravioli. But
That's awesome.
hear me out. So, my mom made dinner tonight, right? And she got this stuff because she saw it. We had never tried it before, and she was like, "I got this like frozen like." It's Chef Boyardee, right? And I'm like, I love this shit out of the can. This will be fantastic. No. I took a bite, and the words out of my mouth were, it feels like whatever machine made this dough didn't let it relax enough before it boiled it, so it's really tense. And I heard myself, right? And I'm like, guys, I'm sorry. I've been watching too much Hell's Kitchen.
You got the crust.
It's not crunchy, really. It's just the dough feels dense. And, like, my bitch ass has watched way too much Gordon Ramsay shows lately, so I'm like, the dough needed to relax a little bit before they boiled it. And I heard myself say that, and I'm like, is that not the most pretentious thing I've ever said in my fucking life? I swear to God, the dough needed to relax before it got boiled. Go fuck yourself, me. What the hell? Like, I heard myself say it, and I got mad. I was like, if somebody else had said that to me, I would have fucking slapped them in the face. What is happening? What is that?
That was some bullshit.
It's funny that Erdwick's first random selection of the night was Reyna, because I got the... Why all of the OnlyFans girls decided Reyna was the character they wanted to cosplay as this week, and it was on my timeline all day.
Yeah.
All day, just naked Reyna cosplay.
Yeah, and Smug got a character he knows how to use.
I know,
so
he
awesome.
RNG got Yoshimitsu in a default skin. What the hell?
I bet he's really good at those
guys,
games.
single player Carl has been marathoning Path of Exile 2. And since it's time to the point of seeing the link to the stream the link to my stream gave him whiplash because he's been so sucked into it. I got 35
hours in that shit. I feel it.
I need to send Carl a link to our game server because there's enough people that are already playing Path of Exile 2 that I feel like he would.
I need to start a new character anyways. I'm starting a Deadeye Ranger next. So.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my god, tell me Random did not just do this to me. I'm pissed. You guys are gonna see what character I got stuck with and you're gonna be like, what the fuck? What just happened?
No way.
Uno reverse.
No way.
Fucking
I don't believe it.
Let me show you how to double general.
Happened.
No, it's Smug.
I hate you. I've never played Devil Jin before in my fucking life.
Okay.
You're gonna learn today.
Never. Literally never.
This is entertainment.
Okay, I'm suddenly less impressed by Smug's ability to beat our ass every week.
Back when it was too
I'm just saying, like, the laser moves are just intuitive. They don't.
Yeah, it's yeah.
Back
Like,
when
I just did a lot
I was about to try to
lasers, and I'm
explain
like-
things, then I remembered the wine. I was like, it's not.
No,
reason.
don't bother trying to explain it. I won't remember.
Yeah.
It's so
I'm also
intuitive, and that
regretting
just
all of
makes
those
us feel
hours I
dumber
spent
for
with you
falling for
teaching,
it.
like, helping me figure out all of the moves for
Makes
Alyssa.
me feel
Okay, thanks for the head back.
Fuck you! I'm mad. You got it perfect, and I put your head back on. That's why.
Fight.
If I had just kept your head, you would have had at least some damage. Oh my god. The range for his engager is garbage.
Yes, it is. They
How
nerfed
you
it, and
ever
everybody
hit me
hates
with that? I'm mad about it now. Oh my god. Like, what the fuck?
Wow, okay.
Oh no, not the head! I didn't mean, I just added that replay to my favorite, and I'm not as mad about it as I should be, because that was
really
the
funny.
fact that the fucking universe was like, you know what we need to do? We need to fucking
need to
make
learn
you play
how to do
Double
that
Gen
with
for
her.
the first time ever in your life.
Ridiculous.
Against Smug, who has randomly selected Alyssa. I'm so annoyed. Jesus. There's no way. That's I just dropped ravioli on my shirt. Motherfucker, where's the napkin? I'm like covered in pasta sauce now. I'm
You'll
so
never
mad.
guess who I
Napkins,
just
you mean
got.
sleeves?
I can't even eat properly anymore. I'm like fully retarded.
Ravioli,
wow,
ravioli,
okay.
give me the formuoli.
There's no way. Mr. Bright, really? Come on.
It's making up for last time.
Yeah,
my
where I
God.
didn't get anybody I
Look.
knew how to
It's
play.
really over.
I feel like Harada's watching the stream and he is controlling what's happening right now. There's no way this is happening on its own. Somebody is pushing buttons. There's no way. Pasta sauce in my new sweatpants and I'm actually mad about it.
It'll wash out.
They're light gray though. And I mean, I have club soda. It'll be fine. I've got like suburban half-life training for no reason, but it'll be fine. I'm just still mad about it. It's like Singay, it's sponsored Random Chaos. It's not sponsored. I've literally never been sponsored. We're about to go on a fucking, I'm about to get on a fucking soapbox. When Raid Shadow Legends first came out.
Oh, the story again?
Yeah, no, a lot of people, everybody's like, oh, this again. I started playing Raid Shadow Legends on my phone and shit, and I was like, this game's actually not too bad. I might be interested in it. And like, I'd seen some other like streamers around my level that were like promoting it. And so I reached out to them proactively. I was like, hey, I genuinely like your game. I already play it. I currently have nothing but positive things to say about it. Are you guys still doing any of your affiliate stuff? They deadass sent me an email back saying, we do not now, nor have we in the past, paid streamers or influencers money to promote our game. And I'm like, the audacity. Because I knew at least 2 people at that time that were already getting paid to promote this game. Cash monies to their PayPal. So for the audacity of this bitch, I think her name was like Julia of the fucking like outreach. I don't know, fuck this cunt. Like it was so retarded. Like how you gonna lie to my face? I uninstalled the game, have not played it since. It's garbage as far as I'm concerned. How you gonna lie to me? It would
They
have been
offered
one
me
thing.
like $4,600 to do a stream one time.
I'm telling you, I was so offended. I was so offended. Like, why? Because I asked you in good faith, and I was like, I already play your game. What can we do here? Like, I was literally just trying to get in-game currency. I wasn't even trying to fucking get cash, right? Like, but the way that they were just so shitty with like, we don't do that, and I'm like, bitch, we both know that's a lie. We both know that's a lie. Two right to my inbox in front of my cheese ravioli. Like, what?
Really? Right in front of my inbox?
Like, it was so rude. I was so offended. Like, I've never uninstalled a game so fast. I wasn't even done reading the email. I was like holding down. I like fucking pushed a hold on the icon.
Oh my god.
She took the phone out and shot it, too.
I was so fucking mad. I didn't shoot my phone. I should, though.
Wow, Uno reverse again. This is interesting.
What even is this, bro?
That's what I'm saying. Somebody is playing, somebody is watching and like actively choosing which characters we get. There's no way this is random.
Fight.
Look, yeah, Carl.
Rick, you're in a wind turbine.
Right? Look, it's like I don't even care if the whole couple like I almost went full white woman Karen and like emailed her boss and was like, this cunt just lied to my face. Like, I was about to make it an issue, but then I was like, stop. It's a waste of energy. Like, there's much more entertaining things to be petty about. Jeez, it was just the audacity. Like, Harry Potter and the audacity of this bitch. Like, how are you just gonna tell me you don't pay people to promote your game? At that exact moment, I knew at least 2 people who had absolutely taken PayPal payments to fucking talk about Raid Shadow Legends during their streams. We don't do that. No, yes you do. Like, my feelings would be less hurt if you were just like, we already have enough streamers nobody watches promoting our shit. We don't need another one. Like, I would have been at least like, fair. Right? Like, I would have at least been like, that's fair, I get it, cool. Like, but to tell me you don't do that, though. To, like, straight up, don't lie to me. Like, be honest. Tell me you're garbage, nobody knows who you are. I'd been like, that's fair. I wouldn't have even argued. Like, that is correct. Good point.
I get 50 gems, at least.
Right.
Can I get a free tin pool?
They toss me some in-game currency? Nah, they lied to me. Direct. I uninstalled so fast, told everyone I know that the game was garbage. And then within a week, it was a meme because, like, nobody knew anybody who played the game. It was just like everybody was getting paid cash money, and I was just so annoyed.
Yo, it gave me rain on random. Hell yeah.
Oh my god.
Why do you lie, liar?
Why do you lie, liar?
Get ready for the next battle.
Eddie?
All I know is whatever bitch wrote that email's pants were fully aflame.
I know Smug is choosing random. There's no way he chooses.
There's no way he chose Eddie on by choice.
Random.
He's gotten assigned Eddie and Raven. He's definitely picking random. Are you kidding me?
That's what I was thinking.
Like, if anybody had any doubts.
God damn, bro.
Fucking Eddie.
Look, okay, so my Sheik chat widget tells me when people leave or join the chat for Twitch. And I normally keep that shit to myself, but the fact that it said single player Carl, which, to be real, that's Black Carl, left the chat, and immediately after Force the Master, which is British white Carl, joined the chat, and now I'm wondering if it's just the same dude with 2 different costumes.
Those are some pretty good costumes.
God damn it.
Carl!
It's just Carl it's just Carl every time. No.
They're both costumes.
They know each other.
He looks like neither of them.
Like, I'm sure they know of each other, but I don't think they, like, know each other. I don't think they're, like, socially acquainted. It just makes it funnier. It is look, single player Carl. You
Michael
and
Jackson
Enforce the
himself.
Master are 2 very different people. That's, like, skin color, like, there's no latex silicone bodysuit that could actually make that happen.
I should make an account called Gimp Suit Carl.
Okay. Single player Carl says he was nerfed by God with a dead twin and she was female. I don't even know what the takeaway from there is.
God damn it. I hate this fucking game.
I bet your female twin would have been hot. I'll say that and sit in the mess that makes me. You're like, weird. It was a weird thing to say. You're like, that was weird. Yeah, fair. That was weird.
Round 4. Fight.
It was 6 glasses of wine weird.
Ah, that fucking unblockable shit.
Fair. That's a fair point, though. Doors open, banks open, legs open. Everything's just open.
No! I was almost so cool, dude.
Guys, I watched that documentary about the OnlyFans girl that fucked 100 dudes in a day. And when the camera guy gagged, I gagged with him. He walked in the, like, the fact that multiple people, there's a point in the documentary where he interviews another London-based OnlyFans model, or OnlyFans girl, or whatever, yeah, whatever, and she talks about how, like, she only did it because she was low on money, that she has kids, so she regrets it, and he was like, do you regret any of the things? She's like, I regret a lot of the stuff that's on there. Like, she was being so fucking for real. And he's like, well, that's weird, because this other girl seems to totally love what she's doing, and she's totally going to sleep with 100 guys in a day. And he's like, what do you think about that? And she's like, I think that's so sad. And I was like, fair. Fair and valid. And then, like, all things aside, like, it happens, right? And they're waiting outside to interview her after she does the thing. And they're like, and the guy, the voiceover guy is like, she offered to show us where the event took place. And I'm like, where she slept with 100 guys. And, like, they're in there, and as they go to walk in, like, even the other lady, like, the other OnlyFans lady was like, I'm worried that you're not going to be prepared for the smell. And he's like, what do you mean? And she's like, the smell of sex. It's going to be strong. And he's like, I don't understand why you're concerned for me. Well, she's like, as they go to, like, oh, you want to see where it happened? And he's like, sure, let's go check it out. There's, like, condom wrappers everywhere. The sheets are disgusting looking, as one would expect. And, like, at some point, the camera guy, the guy filming, just fucking goes, like, he starts audibly gagging. And, like, they're like, right? Like, the chick who did it and her personal assistant are like, I know, right? And I'm like, how are you guys so calm about this?
Probably smells like sweat and shame.
Like, so bad. Like, they're talking about, like, oh, it took longer than I thought it was, and she starts crying, and the guy doing the interview was like, was it more intense than you thought? And she was like, yeah, I feel like I let some of them down. And he's like, is that why you're crying? And she's like, yeah, so they all support me, and I feel like some of them might not have had a great experience. And I'm like, there's no way that's really why you're crying. There's no way that's really why you're crying. Like, even the guy doing the voiceover was like, it feels like maybe she was emotional for reasons she's not, you know, proud of admitting. Like, maybe she regrets it. Deadass, within 24 hours of him finishing the footage, she posts on her Instagram how the 100 dudes in a day was just a trial run, and how she's going to break the world record in a year and sleep with 1,000 guys in a 24-hour period. And I'm like, if the camera guy from this documentary thought he was gonna throw up with 100 dudes, they're gonna be able to smell that from a block away. There's no way they won't, right? Like, that's nasty.
Okay, gross.
They should have just told him.
Somebody's going to take a black light into that place, and it's going to be like
and
taking a flashback.
And just go blind,
the whole
right?
room's just going to be
tell the documentary guy should have
Like,
just told her that none of this is going to bring her dad back.
There was a
Fucking
couple of
nuclear
things that
waste.
stood out to me, though. Like, the fact that some of the dudes that were in queue that got interviewed by the documentary guy were talking about how they didn't get sent the address until that morning. And I was like, well, of course, because there's no way they're going to risk booking this bet, because they booked an Airbnb to do this in. And I'm like, it's very telling that they booked it the morning of, because there's no way they were going to risk, there's the Airbnb people, if they'd found out, there's no way they wouldn't have been like, no, you can't, absolutely can't.
This isn't a whole house.
Like,
this
you
is a whole home.
you can't do that here. And, like, the documentary guy got there on time, and she was an hour late, and, like, her PA messaged him and was like, hey, don't draw attention to the Airbnb. And I'm like, because she's gonna fucking get kicked out if they realize what she's doing in it. I'm not sure you can get that smell out. Like, can you get the smell of 100 dicks out of your house? Like, I don't know. I've never had to try. Like, what the fuck? I would be pissed.
And you get the smell out of... Can you get the smell of 100 dicks out of yourself?
Look, the funniest thing is, originally when they were all talking about the logistics, the guy making the documentary had been told that he could come in and film and talk to her at the halfway point when she took her lunch break. But he gets a message a couple of hours in, and her personal assistant is like, this is taking longer than we expected. The only break she gets is for a drink break and a quick shower, and then it's right back to work. And I'm like, back to work? What the fuck? Like... And so they're like, there's not really time for you to come in and film in between. And, like, they were supposed to be wrapped up by 7 p.m. He gets a call at 10, and she's just, like, she's fine at first, and then, like, she literally starts crying and starts talking about how it's not that and she starts saying, it's because I feel like some people got disappointed. And I'm like, bitch, you and I both know that you're crying for a lot more reasons than just that. And then deadass, it posts on her Instagram, I'm gonna fuck 1,000 dudes next. And I'm like, the fucking smell, though. They're gonna smell that outside of the building. There's no way. She's gonna get to the 500 mark, and they're gonna smell, the neighbors are gonna call and complain, right? Like, I can't imagine. Oh, so bad. I cackled when the camera guy gagged, though. I cackled.
Cop shows up for a noise complaint and just...
Right? He's like, I can't. I've been in houses with corpses that didn't smell this bad.
He's like, hey, man, queef into this bag. We need this evidence.
We need the evidence. Look, the number of people that warned this documentary guy the smell is going to get to you, he was like, what do you mean? And, like, he was like, what do you mean? Sex doesn't have a smell. And, like, all of these porn-related
like, that's my
people are
fetish.
like, yes, it does. Especially an excessive amount of sex has a smell. And they were trying to warn him. He walked in, they had to fuzz it, because it's on YouTube. They had to fuzz the whole frame for, like, 2 whole minutes, because the camera's just looking around the room that this occurred in, and, like, YouTube... Because it's YouTube, they had to blur all of the cum stains, blur all of the condoms and condom wrappers, so the entire screen was blurred. And I'm just like, oh, good lord, because it was just blurred enough you could still see the quantity of condom wrappers and
just
stains.
the smell of
And
them.
the fucking camera guy goes, when the camera guy gags, this bitch starts laughing. She goes, haha, he gagged. And I'm like, the fact that you're not, though. Why is this
Well, I'm
funny
glad you're
to
enjoying
you?
yourself.
It was so wild to me. I couldn't for the life of me. And, like, her eyes are all red and bloodshot right afterwards, and she's like, it's because of all the cum in my eyes. And I'm like, I bet. Jesus Christ. Like, I can't. She just looks so broken and sad. So wild.
My throat hurts.
And the guy doing the documentary was, like, kept asking, he's like, are you worried about, like, sexually transmitted diseases? And she's like, well, like, we're prioritizing guys who can provide a test with a shorter period of time. And, like, they're like, yeah, so those guys can get tested and, like, fuck 12 women before they get to you, and you have no way of knowing that. And she was like, like, she hadn't thought about that. And then after the fact, he's like, walk me through, like, what you would say to them when they walk in the room, and she goes through her whole spiel, and she's like, and then I give him a blowjob, and then stuff happens, and he's like, so was the condom on before the blowjob? And she's like, no. And you could feel like everyone in the room shuddered. Like, you can feel them shudder, like, like, it was so bad! Oh, it's so gross! Why?
I can't hear any more of this conversation.
But there's gonna be 1,000 guys who are like, yeah, I'll sign up for that.
If the look, the funniest thing is, like, one of the, like, dramatic moments of the documentary was, she was, like, he started doing the documentary, like, a couple of weeks before the day it was supposed to happen. And like, at first he's like, wow, you're a businesswoman. There's like a lot of spreadsheets and math and like back-end stuff. She has 9 people on payroll. Like, she's giving out jobs and shit. Like,
That's not the only job she's given.
Yeah, like, a lot of jobs, paid and otherwise. And like, it's insane. I subjected myself to watching that documentary out of morbid curiosity, Chad. Morbid curiosity. But like, he goes from like, oh, you're a businesswoman, and like at some point, like the other OnlyFans girl was like, I hope it's a scam. I hope it's a gimmick, and that it's not real, and that she doesn't go through with it, and that it's like whatever. And then she did, and everybody was horrified. And like the wildest part to me, this is a side note. The wildest part to me is she goes shopping for stuff to wear during the event, which I'm like, why are you wearing anything? That seems like an unnecessary expense. But whatever. The guy doing the documentary is standing outside the lingerie store, and he's just standing there with his film crew, and like a couple of older British ladies walk by. One of them is clearly like in her 90s, and the other one's at least in her 60s. And they're like, oh, is this your shop? And he's like, no, I'm just here filming a documentary about a girl who's going to sleep with 100 dudes in a day, and she's inside buying lingerie. Like, he was trying to get them to be shocked and appalled. These overly polite-ass British women were like, oh, really? That's fascinating. You know, she should make sure she's hydrated. And I'm like, she did not just say that. Like, what? You're worried about whether she's hydrated.
Wait. How old was this British woman?
At least 60. And the woman next to her.
I thought it might have been someone I knew.
Like, speaking from experience, no, these were, like, clearly elderly people that were just, like, concerned for her well-being, but in, a really supportive way, which I found hilarious. Just 2 random bitches on the street just get told that the pretty blonde girl inside is going to literally get ran through by 100 different guys. It turned out being 101 because one of them phoned a friend.
I used to do quite a lot of romping back in my day.
And, like, she's just like, oh, she's better get an early night in before. Make sure she's got plenty of hydration. And I'm like, that's
a lot of shagging.
Unnecessarily supportive. Like, be appalled, right? Like, it's okay to say this is wrong. Why are you being so... You don't even know this girl! The fuck? How wild to me. The smells and everything aside, the random ass old ladies on the street being like retardedly supportive was probably the most memorable part of that whole documentary.
Round 3.
Why? Why are you guys... You don't even know this girl. You have no reason to spare her feelings. Why are you being so supportive? Call her a whore and walk away.
I do that anyway, regardless of what they're doing.
It was like 45 minutes.
I wouldn't call her at all. You might get hearing aids.
Hearing aids. Look, the fact that at some point she talks about how she really enjoys it when they're like coming in her mouth and face and stuff, and he's like, "Are you worried about AIDS?" And she's like, "Is that how you get AIDS?" And he just like his eyes get wide and he looks at her like, "It's one of the ways you can get AIDS."
Please stop telling us about this.
I feel like I'm getting molested I feel like I'm getting molested just by listening to it.
Look,
Urge is scarred for life now.
I'm a big fan of
This
horror.
has been like a 25-minute conversation.
Look, I like horror movies and horror content, and this to me was an American horror story, but it was British. It was like a British horror story. Horror
British
and
horror?
Yes! Both ways you can say it. Yes,
sounds
things
like a porno
this.
named
Look,
The
single player
Horror
Carl.
Story.
Things like this are why escort
The
work should
horror
come with a
stories,
license.
the both ways
should.
you can take it.
Did the documentary have subtitles? It did, actually. I had to turn them off twice because they got lagged behind, so they were like... she was talking so fast the subtitles couldn't keep up.
Anyways, what a close match.
Oh, we're playing Tekken, right?
Yeah, I thought so.
Yay, violence.
I thought it was funny that one of Panda's, because I'd never see that character because none of us play it, but I didn't know that Panda had the wind stance where she tries to do the Phoenix and then falls over frontwards. It gave me a good giggle.
Shut up. I think I fell backwards into the trash can, thank you.
No, you did not.
How was it forward?
I'm pretty sure it was forward.
Either way, I fell into the trash can.
It was so funny.
Isn't it past your bedtime? Yes, mommy.
And I immediately realized where I landed, and I was like, this seems appropriate.
The trash is my home. It makes me stronger.
I get buffed. The closer to a dumpster I am, the more powerful I become.
Great.
It sounds like a pretty good passive.
It is! You would not believe how many places in America.
That just gave me an idea for like a homeless RPG.
For the next battle.
I was thinking like woodland creatures who scavenge in trash cans, but like, okay, I was like, I'm more of a possum, maybe. And you're like, oh, homeless bum fights. Homeless people RPG. Why would that actually be like arguably? It's like a survival RPG, right? Like a
I guarantee if it was made well, people would play it.
I was sitting here picturing like it's like Ark, but instead of like washing up on a beach, you just wake up from a 20-year drug binge and the fucking
you wake up with like a needle in your arm and you're dazed, and that's how you spawn.
That's how you spawn.
Because you know how in Ark you wake up and you scratch your arm, it'll be that same animation.
A bomb shelter, like you gotta build like a box shelter, cardboard box.
Yeah.
I can like survive the urban jungle.
And there could still be a taming feature, but it would just be like rodents and raccoons and rats and stuff.
And like the local crackhead. It's like a you get like an achievement if you manage to tame the local crackhead.
Sounds like 7 Days to Die.
I tried playing that a long time ago and I couldn't get into it.
Go take some steroids and fist fight a zombie bear in the woods.
That sounds like something I would do. Like, if I were diagnosed with a terminal illness with no treatment possible, I would absolutely do that for funsies.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, right?
Oh my god, fuck you.
Right? Like, you gotta, like, speedrun the bucket list at that point.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah, and you put stuff like that at the end of it.
Yeah, or else you'd be speedrunning it real fast.
For sure. Like, Ryan Ferris will fight zombie bear in
woods. Oh my god. Okay, fucking Dragon Ball.
I can just dash around with this motherfucker. I didn't know that.
I'm gonna get some food. I'll be right back.
Word.
Why am I singing the Dragon Ball Super theme?
I don't know. Probably because you've had 7 glasses of wine and he just said Dragon Ball.
I stopped drinking.
Oh no!
I haven't had any more wine. I started the stream at 6.5 glasses. That's where I shall remain until after I
but that's like
cameras.
that's borderline.
You start beer bonging wine.
Drink water.
I stopped drinking wine and now I'm on to beer.
Right, the fact that the wine that I have is in a box in the fridge, which is basically a bag. It's like halfway to a beer bong already.
Just take a straw and stab it in there. It's like a Capri Sun.
Like, it's a juice box, right? Like, it's so, like, the urge is so strong. But I was bewildered by how much wine was in this box. Like, the first time I got this particular type of boxed wine, it was an accident. I had ordered a bottle of wine, but they were out of it, and the person who was purchasing it
box again?
It's the same box, yeah. It's the Boda box or whatever. And it looks small. Like, it looks like the size of a box that a bottle of wine would be in, but, like, the bag in there is filled to max capacity because when the box says the equivalent of 4 bottles of wine, it is not fucking around.
I love Law so much.
It took me, like, 3-4 weeks to kill off the box, and I was bewildered by the... Like, every time I went in there, I was like, why is it still heavy? Fantastic deal.
a never-ending bottle of wine
for like
or
a
the
minute there,
never-ending
I was
bong?
like, because it didn't feel like it was getting any lighter. Like every time I'm like, I'd push the little spout, fill up a glass, I'd be like, this doesn't feel like it's getting any lighter. Like I was starting to get concerned. I was like, if this is an infinite box of wine, I have figured some shit out, and I need to study this. Like, is it magic? Is it just broken physics? Are we in the Matrix? Like, I would have had so many questions.
Round 3. Fight.
Cold half bottles in your hand. Look, like I said though, I hadn't had a box of wine in years until this, like, favor shopper, the equivalent of like Texas DoorDash shopper, decided to make the executive decision that the one 750 milliliter bottle of wine I had ordered was totally easily replaced by a 2400 milliliter box of wine. Like that's the same. Takes a lot more than it's expected to get you drunk in Cajun French. Fair. Next time you want wine, get the Bota box, B-O-T-A, specifically the rosé, because I was ordering a bottle of rosé and I got a box of wine and I was dismayed. But when I opened it, it didn't taste bad. Like, it's decent wine. It's not garbage wine. I've had garbage wine. This is not garbage wine. It's just in a box, so it makes you think it's garbage wine. Boop! Gee! This is gonna be fun! That sounded sarcastic, but I've been waiting for my next round. I keep picking up the controller every time.
Oh, interesting. I wonder who you're gonna get.
Oh my god! Garbage. I got garbage.
Oh.
I don't know. I've literally never played this character on Tekken 8. See? I got garbage.
He kind of sounds like garbage when he gets hit.
He is a dumpster.
Round 1.
Dumpster.
So OnlyFans girls and garbage tonight on Tekken Tuesday.
Wait till tomorrow. I'm gonna have 7 glasses of wine, and we're gonna.
Oh no!
And do everything I can to keep you from getting the goddamn monkey paw.
Never. I need it.
You don't need it!
I need it to survive.
Nothing good comes from that thing. It makes horrible noises when you activate it. You die immediately afterwards. It doesn't matter what you ask for.
Agree to disagree.
I do. Why do you think I hid it behind the Tupperware?
Right, got back to life at the expense of mine. It's a fair trade.
There's no way.
You should have read the fine print.
I did, and I still did it.
This 120-pound blonde bitch just threw this literal dumpster like it was nothing. Why do none of his moves actually move? Like, he's so slow!
You're doing them 40 feet away from me.
He's so slow! I'm just having a tantrum at this point. Come here! Not like that. God damn it. I'm so...
I caught that at the end to finally process. I was like, hey!
I like took 30 seconds for you to process me calling you a whore. I don't even know what that says. Oh, fuck.
Alright, let's see if I can get one of my mains.
You're literally just like maniacally rubbing your hands together when you hit random, hoping for the best.
What's good practice?
Mr.
Some of these people I haven't played in years.
Patty Pockets wants to know what the monkey paw smells like. This how does the monkey paw smell?
Depends on if it's one of those lonely nights.
No, we're not asking you, we're asking Mr. Bright. He's the
No,
monkey
I was
paw
just
expert.
telling you.
He's the monkey paw expert. You don't know.
My relationship with the monkey paw isn't deep enough to know what it smells like
Should
yet.
we ask Leslie? Would she know what your relationship with the monkey paw is like? You guys have like a 3-way thing going on? Maybe I should just ask her. Maybe she has a relationship with the monkey paw. Maybe she's why it smells that way. I'm not even confident that was a female ghost. I'm gonna be real. Leslie is one of those names that could go either way, and I think the people who made that game are foreign. So I like there's a really good shot that Leslie ghost was a dude.
The monkey paw has nail polish on its claws.
No. It's just a monkey paw. Although, Mr. Bright, the reason why I was so unreasonably upset that it was in that cabinet that stream is because I had played this game on multiple occasions in that house. That is the Willow Street house. I am very familiar with it. There have been times where none of the other cursed objects spawn, but, like, the monkey paw also isn't in that cabinet. I've literally never had the monkey paw be in that cabinet, which is where it's supposed to spawn, but it was, like, broken for a long time. Monkey paw just wasn't there every time it was supposed to be. And, like, the first time it's there, you find it, and you make sounds I've never heard a man make before. It was hilarious. You were so excited. The just, like, wholesome level of joy. Like, it was... You're just like, you'll never believe what I found. I'll believe it, but I won't like it. I actually didn't believe it. You didn't know why I wouldn't believe it, but the fact that that had literally never spawned correctly in that cabinet up until that day for you.
It knew.
It added to the whole, you're never gonna believe this. You're correct, because it's literally never spawned properly in that house before.
Played it a million times.
It was
and
my
never
destiny
did.
to find
Everybody
it.
can confirm, a million times that map has been played, and for a long time, the monkey paw just wouldn't spawn. And then all of a sudden, we play it with you, and there it is, just chilling.
He was the chosen one.
Yep. And I had
a hidden option.
I've never been happier that your inventory was full, so you couldn't grab it. I counted to like 30, 45 before I snatched it and took off running through the house. I gave you ample opportunity to figure out you needed to drop an object to pick it up. You didn't, so I just took off running. So, the level of joy you had in your voice when you found it is pretty equivalent to the level of joy I had in my voice when I snatched it out from in front of you and took off running through the house. That was peak. It was fun for the whole family.
Well, I play without the reticle one, so I have trouble picking stuff up sometimes.
Oh, there's a reticle?
That's what I said.
I don't know that I've ever turned on the reticle. This is the first time hearing of a reticle.
It was on by default for me.
What does it look like?
Just a reticle. Like a little circle.
I need to check my game settings clearly. Guys, if I drop the link, I'm not gonna drop it. I'm gonna pick it up gently and put it in somebody's inbox.
The link to what?
The Discord server.
Oh.
I haven't invited anybody to a Discord server in a couple months now. Ooh. Invite. That's easy.
Round 3. Fight.
Carl, message me somewhere. So that you're at the top of my list of people I've communicated with, so I don't have to scroll and I can just click you. Fantastic! Okay, that was Dinter, not shit. Go!
I'll show you.
It's my ultimate attack, the shin kick.
Look, that's not what I meant, Carl, and you know that. I'm not in the mental state to scroll very quickly right now. I'd have done it later. Say, if you want to join right now, you're gonna have to message me so I can just click and click. The less amount of brain power needed right now is ideal. Like, that would be optimal.
Finally. Someone I'm familiar with.
Oh, ominous.
Get ready for the
I feel like it gave you.
I'll still lose.
No, you're Fang, dude. You might actually have this one.
I'm like manually giving you the Path of Exile.
fight.
What? Path of Exile?
There's a Path of Exile channel in the game server, and there like has been since the beginning. I just manually gave you the role so you could see it.
What?
I don't feel comfortable typing that joke.
Oh. Gang.
Yeah, I made it because I was at one point like actually obsessed with Path of Exile 1 for like a while.
2 is so good, dude.
So like I added it to the server, and then like at some point like I'm not proud of how much money I spent on microtransactions on that game. Not in the past 5 years, but like a lot early on.
You have all your stash tabs already then, right? Like currency and all that?
Yup.
Oh, you're good then.
Yeah.
You don't need to spend shit right now.
Pretty sure I'm set. Pretty sure I am golden. Like, I can just transfer that all over and never have to just be good. If I can have my fancy snake head cosmetic, I would be so happy.
Yeah, I was given 4 keys. Because I only spent $30 on the game. But I have like over 5,000 in-game currency. Because I denied a hoodie, a t-shirt, and an art book they were going to send me.
Oh, an art book?
Yeah.
That's sick. That's like sick. The art, for like the concept art for the first one, have you ever really like looked at it? It's so good. Like, just for each of the character classes, the monsters, the concept
I saw somebody
art
flip through it.
Insane. It's like the amount of effort that went into the like. It's so good. On every level, do I love Path of Exile and just the effort put into it. It's everything Blizzard used to be.
Oh my god.
Oh yeah. I mean, I'm addicted to this shit.
No.
I believe it. That's why you were like, when you were like, oh shit, Tekken's tonight, I was like, this man just like blinked with bloodshot eyes crawling out of his Path of Exile cave.
I was sitting there playing the last boss on Act 2. And I was like, oh shit, I got 6 minutes.
I just imagined you like bloodshot eyes, rubbing your eyes, just coming out of a dark cave of Path of Exile. Like, what? What days?
Fuck you, Lee. Oh no.
Pretty gay.
Pretty gay. You both just collapsed on screen at the same time as you said that. That was amazing. You can say pretty gay, but I hear pretty epic. I don't know why. I shouldn't be listening.
Why?
God damn it.
I don't know. I need water and a nap.
No, you need to get your straw and jam it in the bag that's in the side of the box of wine and drink it like a Capri Sun.
Like an adult Capri Sun?
Yes.
Or there's no way I have any business drinking 4 bottles of wine worth in one night. I'm pretty sure I might die. I'm not a large human.
You'll wake up and tomorrow will be Friday.
It would. I wouldn't get paid for the next 2 days, but sure.
You can back pay PTO.
Dude, it would be wild to me if like my boss was like, "You did great those 2 days," and I was like,
"What?
Really?" Because
really?
I was blacked out. Can I get a copy of those call recordings? That would be great. I would 100%.
If I made it through like random and it gave me Fang again.
Oh my God.
If I made it through 48 hours of my job fully intoxicated to the point where I didn't remember it, I would demand that the Q&A team send me the call recording. I would like demand. I would get mad about it.
Welcome.
When I black out, I just forget that I ate tiny hamburgers. So.
Welcome.
That is the ideal thing. If you black out and all you did was eat tiny hamburgers and not remember, I call that a win.
Fuck, dude.
Oh, is that Fina's crunchy? Did I put a P in her name for those? Fun.
Wait, How did he get banged twice in a row? With random.
He didn't switch it back to the question mark in the middle. He just
No,
left it
I
there.
did. I went to random. I'm fucking
Sure.
gotta give me Heihachi like 3 times in a row before.
Yeah.
That would suck so bad. If you like didn't play him often, that'd be so annoying with this stupid haircut. Like, why are you like aggressively Asian George Costanza? Stop. Cut your hair. It's fine. That's all.
I have discovered the rules.
Hello. Hello.
That also sounds like an extremely specific slur. This is just the week of being able to finally go into places and collab people before first Dev, now Leanore.
Carl has infiltrated the stream. Hey, my NVIDIA Studio driver has an upgrade.
Well, it isn't really an invitation when it's just the classic Troy try. And then the big wooden horse.
Oh my god. Fuck you, Zafina.
I don't look. I swear to God, I thought her name had a P in it this whole time. I thought it was Zapfina. What is it?
What?
Not? Has it been just Zafina this whole time?
Yeah,
Yes.
since 2007.
You have latent Soul Calibur on the brain, and you're thinking of Sophia.
Probably, yeah, probably.
Yeah, I don't know.
Either that or whatever reality the Berenstain Bears or the Berenstein Bears. She has a P in her name.
No, that isn't this. You just remember.
no way.
Oh my god.
right. I was willing to concede.
GG's.
Right.
That was
Sure.
sick.
Sure. Zabumafu mangoes.
Yeah, that isn't this either. You just straight up remembered it wrong.
There was no mangoes on Zabumafu.
Garbanzo
bean.
Yeah.
Only got Lizdexia.
Which one of us has been drinking again, Smug? Jesus.
Definitely you.
D is for Lizdexia.
Lizdexia. I am so upset
Yes,
about
it gave
who
me
just
someone I play.
It did not do me that kindness.
I play like 6 characters and it's like, nope, you're not going to give you one
It
of those
did
until
the
from the very
opposite.
beginning.
It literally did the opposite. I
beginning, it was
specifically
like, here you go.
requested the opposite of this.
The fact that it gave us each other's mains was hilarious. I can't believe that happened. I'm glad that got like recorded.
I can't even say any of the things I'm mad about right now.
Well, of course you could. What's stopping you?
Right?
The desire to remain monetized?
Oh!
Well, it depends. How much fun are you willing to have at the expense of Twitch trust and safety?
Not enough, apparently. Oh, right in the fucking face. I'm not even mad about it.
Fight.
Like, it's one of those times where, like, I'm okay with losing. It's fine. I don't have any idea. What did he just sparkle? Oh, okay. Now you're paralyzed.
You'll be glittering like a gem
Now you're
in the
crippled.
desert. That was being sponsored by the Qatari Crown.
Sponsored by Raid Shadow Legends.
Sponsored by Shadow Legends. I'm still so mad about it. It's been years. It's been so many years. I'm still so mad about that.
The thing that makes it hilarious to me is when you think about all the sponsorship deals that have to go into esports, the one thing that keeps me warm at night is just knowing that somewhere out in Saudi Arabia or in Qatar or wherever they fucking decide to have these World Series tournaments, there is legitimately a 1% plus chance that there is a person being thrown off of a building. It's like World Finals, Grand Stage, World Tournament for LCS, World Tournament for, I don't know, Bang Bang Legends, some kind of mobile game that's being played on an app, and somewhere in the world, someone is being hate crimed. And it's the sheer greed of those companies that They make you think about the spectacle and not about the person who was just given a free lesson in gravity.
But look,
Dang,
they
you got
just got a
excited.
pentakill, guys. Over here, guys, a pentakill. Look, it's so exciting. Don't, that was not a splat and a crunch sound. I don't know what you're talking about. Scream, that's just the audience.
That's where we get our sound effects from.
It's so funny because there is a 100% concern that the only reason why these deals go through is because the southeastern princes that are in love with our culture loves nothing more than to actively make breads and circuses in their countries because it increases their GDP and physically makes them, to the outside person, look amenable when every single thing that is being done on every level of society screams, why are you working with them? And the answer always comes back to sports betting.
Money!
Money makes the world go round. I'm not even mad about it. I'm a proud capitalist. They're like, are you a Democrat or Republican? I'm a capitalist, ma'am.
Out of respect for you and the fact that it's not my channel, my normal response to that I will not say. But I will say I'm the best bull American, and I have no problem with making money. It's just there's a level of shame that you should have, you know?
Oh no, like that's like I'm like Bruce Banner and shit. Like that's my secret. I'm just always ashamed. I've just grown numb to it.
Like I want to go back in time, and I want to take Richard Lewis and Haraj Hashim with me. Basically, a news journalist and the premier #1 actual.
If that ain't
video
a
games
writing
journalist.
prompt, though, I want to go back in time.
It's not. Like, I want to go back in time with the both of them. Because I have one person who was an experienced esports reporter, the other person who was a legitimate critic of media, and then me, the color commentator who knows almost everything there is about the support side of the back. So you've got the person who does the reporting for the political shit, the gaming shit, and then the guy who's usually on back with the org.
So many reasons why I want to see you on TV wearing a shirt that says color commentator.
I was about to say, did you say color?
So many reasons why I want to see that. Like, it's so good. I can't even say out loud all of the reasons, but they're all great.
I could make it happen. But I want
we need to make this happen. How many GoFundMes do we need to set up to make this happen? Because I will promote
Not many. I would probably just need like maybe $100 for the test shirt. Just $100 for the test shirt.
You're like, it's not even that expensive. If
I just realized
the shirt, I can make that happen.
I just realized who this was. Okay, I was wondering why he sounded familiar.
Smug
no,
Smug just got up. It's all good. Yes, it is single player Carl.
Yeah, I didn't know his name, but I know faces, and so as soon as I saw his face, I was like, oh, right.
As soon as you saw his face.
I couldn't remember
I
his
am
name.
the opposite. I'm like face blind, but if I know your name, we're good.
See, there's a time, and it was like maybe year 1 to year 7, where I would have been like, oh, do they know me from somewhere? Oh no. But now it's like, I don't care, man. I've been everywhere. It's not even a big deal anymore.
I'm not even proud of saying this. I've had people recognize me or know who I am since MySpace was a thing, and that's terrible and mildly traumatic.
Did you add them to your top friends directly afterwards?
No, in fact, I blocked 2 of them.
I don't.
That was great. Don't walk up to me in public and offer to buy me ice cream and then think I'm not gonna think you're a creep. Weird. I was like 13.
Never used MySpace.
I was
about to say, yeah.
It was uncomfortable.
So rolls up in your van. Hey, I know you from the internet. What's my screen?
Hey, why don't you check out my van parked in this alley back here?
Like, the stranger danger vibes were strong at all times, man. The internet
like
was
the smell
never
of
a safe
chloroform? I
place
love
for
it.
me. Right? Like, I would like you to... What does this hanky smell like to you, right? Like,
Like, I think I have memories of IMVU back when the process first started, where they were giving you shit away for free through all those surveys that they used to have for the game portal websites. But it's such a fucking haze.
Is IMVU, like, still a thing? I feel like that's been a thing since
Yes.
the internet was born.
Because Kept plays it.
That's insane.
It's like the
There's
closest I'll
gotta
ever
be like
come to
a world record for the longest running retarded game on the internet.
Somebody probably has like 30,000 hours
It's
on
not
that
even.
thing.
It doesn't even count as a game. It's just like a social
No,
network with
it's a
avatars.
social network with an avatar system.
Yeah. Okay. That's insane. That
Like
is
Second
insane.
Life.
I feel like
Yes.
maybe for a second I thought that was cool when I was a child, but like I'm 35 years old now, and I don't understand why it still exists. How does it still exist? What is happening?
There are people that are not me, and those people are uncomfortable with being cartoons in life, so they are cartoons online.
I'm like fine with being a
in
cartoon
real life.
online, and I'm fine with being a cartoon in real life. Like, I don't care about that, but like, why? That's so wild to me. Like, I played The Sims online when it was The Sims Online, right?
really?
Like, that was forever ago. And, like, you could run the nightclubs with the hot tubs and have people from the internet show up, like, but that got old real quick, and then they released Sims 2 and 3, and everything was much more exciting. So, like, the fact that a game that came out around the same time that was a thing is still a thing makes me physically ill. How does this happen? And why was I not the person behind it? And how am I not rich? I'm so mad.
See,
Did that come out before RuneScape?
I didn't know.
Yes.
It's so old.
Depends on
It's
which
gotta
version of
be.
RuneScape you're talking about.
I don't even
Yeah, I'm talking RuneScape 1 OG.
Yes,
Oh,
he's
no.
talking RuneScape Classic, not old school.
Yeah.
I don't think it's older than that.
They're
Yeah,
about
classic.
relative cultural age. One's older than the other. but
Andrew
it's like
Goer's
relative.
project.
I need
It's like relative culture age.
Wikipedia. Like, I need an IMVU Wikipedia page, and I need to.
Nice dance moves, Mr. Bright.
See, I started playing things on the internet at the time of GameSpy. I have made multiple 30-year-old men cry as I beat them in Heroes of Might Magic 3 and 4.
IMVU is 20 years old. That sounds about right. I feel like I was about 15 when that game came out, and I was like, this is neat for 2 weeks, and then I went back to playing the MMORPG I'd been playing obsessively I played for like a decade. That's a different story. It is 20 years old. This game,
Oh, my turn.
IMVU is 20 years old.
You want to feel really old? World of Warcraft is 20
Don't
years
talk
old.
to me about World
Oh,
of
don't
Warcraft.
even talk about that. We can't even talk about it.
Look! There are so many, all of the soapboxes. I loved the original Diablo. I loved the
40-minute
original
Brooded
Warcraft. I loved the original StarCraft, the Brood Wars expansion pack, and StarCraft 2 to an obsessive extent. And then Blizzard, after Warcraft
They
3
revoked
was
everyone's
like,
keys.
let's make World of Warcraft. Let's forget that StarCraft and Diablo exist, and let's make a perfectly good real-time fantasy strategy game into a bullshit-ass MMORPG. And mind you, the game itself
Are you
was
happy
good
with what you've
by
done?
itself. Like,
Look
I
what
was
you've done.
so mad, and now it's like,
Yeah.
and
Look what they've done to my
now,
boy.
think about it. Like, are you proud of yourselves, Blizzard? A game, IMVU, which I refuse to actually acknowledge as a game, is still
Thanks, corporate.
around, and people will only play you if they play the vanilla World of Warcraft. Congratulations. How do you feel about yourself? You fired everyone that ever cared about you, and then fucked over Sylvanas. It was a garbage storyline. I don't understand what happened.
But that's
You know it's great though.
What?
Path of Exile 2 exists.
Path of Exile 2 exists, and it does. It is.
I'm so
it
addicted
is
to it,
everything that
dude.
was good about all of the Diablo games, and then some. Mr. Bright sending me a dismayed screenshot of the skill tree is probably my favorite thing that's happened in
there's
the
over,
past week.
I think there's either 1,500 or over 1,500 skills in the skill tree,
I
and you
couldn't
can
fit the
branch
whole
out
thing on the
into other
screen.
fucking classes, and you can
That's-
use the support
Like,
gems
I
from those
can't.
other
There's
classes
no
to
way
make
to
it
prepare
interact
somebody. Like, there's
with
no
your
way.
class's skills.
There's no way to
Like,
prepare
much
somebody
crazier.
for the skill tree for Path of Exile. There's just no way to do it. You can't. Like, you can tell them about it, like, no, it's a massive skill tree.
And
They
Leanore.
don't understand until they see it, and then they're like,
You know the craziest part of this?
fuck.
It's still in early access, and we're only 4 days in.
It's gonna get bigger!
How long
I
did
don't
the
know, this
last game
big
last?
skill tree thing just seems like a meme. I don't really
it's
see the
not- it
point.
didn't-
Nah,
It's
dude.
so
It
what-
isn't.
the
It's
way they
very,
do it-
very intuitive.
They geared it so well. Look, when I first
Yeah.
installed the first Path of Exile, I had the same response. I opened up the skill tree and I was like, this has got to be a gimmick. This is nonsense.
You're encouraged to.
But like, the more I started playing it, I was like, this makes an
A lot
unreasonable
of
amount of sense.
JRPGs, giant skill trees do not faze me.
See, the problem isn't
It's
the giant skill
so
tree, okay?
well done.
I can break this down to you because I've been having to put this together in the preparations of making a beginner's guide. The problem is spear grids. If you've ever played Final Fantasy X,
Final Fantasy.
I was about
yeah.
to bring up Final Fantasy X,
you
so
can
yeah.
play Path of Exile. Because the problem is that the two different games that it's evolved from over, what is it now, 14 years of development, is not even the same game that it started out in the first place. The first original Path of
Are you
Exile
kidding me?
was
Again?
basically like a really crutchy mod that could have been compared to like old school Diablo 2 medium, when Brother Lazarus first started working on it and developing all the extra side quests and things. And what it's become now is equivalent to the peak of Y-Plug plus Diablo Median and the online similar server for Diablo Median XL. It does not even compare. But everybody's terrified because they all go to the Strauss Hayes video, and I know the exact moment on the timestamp that they go to. They go specifically to that, and then you get level 2, and then you open the skill tree, and then you turn off the game. No, you shouldn't be terrified because you zoomed out too fucking far. But see, that's the great part about all the way. Too.
Well, you want to path to the end, right? And
this has become Tekken Tuesday the rant.
I
think it's really good. It encourages you to respec along the way, depending on what gear you find. Your build becomes your build. You don't. I mean, you can choose it and reroll gear once you have like exalted orbs and shit, right?
Yeah.
I have a few found, and I'm only in Act 2, and they just buffed the drop rate on them too. So.
Correct. You are very welcome. Because all of the streamers that were out there, including, ironically, even me, because I got to talk to Neversink, and now he follows me on Twitter. But all the streamers that were just there with their molds and their rips and my plan is not get hit, immediately comboed into, you didn't plan a defensive layer? Oh, that's crazy. Let them have it with your filth. It's great.
The real skill tree was all the friends we made along the way.
It always is, Mr. Bright. The friends we made along the way are always the real skill tree.
My entire regeneration is my friend. It's the only friend that would help me with slams. It's also the bizarre thing, because one of the biggest complaints, because Lord have mercy to these people mold, the entire conversation that was had, because they listen to the patch. As you know, they listen to the community very often.
They also play their own game.
And
just
play
saying.
their own game.
They play the fuck out of their own game.
And not casually. They no-life it. They have a man whose job is to no-life the game.
Man, I wish I was that guy.
Well, there's several of the guys. There's Jonathan, there's Mark, and then there's Chris. Chris, in the CEO position, he's been the front of the company so much that now it's John's turn.
Like,
and
you
then,
want to say the, like, I want to be that guy, but in this case, like, I really want to be, like, that guy.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
So, like, in John's case, he usually is the less meme-tastic, where Chris is the most meme-tastic, and then there's Mark, or Mike, that's just there and he exists. So both of them, respectively, are PoE 1 and 2. And in John's case, the complaints that a lot of players had was basically 3 flavors. There's either not enough loot, which then got buffed. It's difficult to get upgrades because there's not enough of the Exalteds like they were promised, which they then buffed because that was the case. And then there's it's not like Path of Exile 1, why am I dying so quickly?
Well, I was getting exalted orbs like late, super late Act 1. I had 2 drop, right? But it was so rare to see them that it's obviously a fucking problem.
I was inside of party play, and there's always been a buff to your drop rate when playing with people in a party.
Yeah.
And they had no idea either, because I have a maximum of 4 people, but you can actually have more than 4 people in a party as a part of an instance. Yeah. And one of the things that they actually had to do in those patches is that there was an issue that was actually causing a bug, making party play harder inherently because they were just.
It is harder.
Yeah, it's still harder.
They patched that last night because I'm telling you, when I was doing no damage in Act 1 on a level 34 fucking Infernalist Witch, I've already ascended, right?
Mm-hmm.
There's something off there.
It was ridiculous.
My minions were still tanking the damage, right? But I wasn't doing fucking anything. But if I went there in with the boss and the other player wasn't in my area, I'd fucking shred it.
Mm-hmm. Like, that's just half, like,
by the way, Infernalist Witch is a really fun class to play.
SRS Raging Spirits is always broken, and it's always going to be broken.
I am using Raging Spirits with Firewall, and you can explode the Raging Spirits as well. So you set 10 of them, and then have
I turned
one.
into Earthworm Jim in the camera for that one. That was funny.
What is it? That Alchemist, fucking Flame Mage minion or whatever. I forget the exact name of it. But you use him, and then just explode the minions as they're in front of you, and it just explodes walls and walls of enemies. I hate how they nerfed gas.
Well,
Ignite on gas.
Well, see, this is the problem. We're playing an early access game, and all the blasters and rushers, they like to brag about how broken and busted things are. And they said, not this time, and they're going to crush it into the ground.
Well, because I was using Solar Orb with it, dude. And my Infernal Hellhound would run into it and automatically ignite it. And it would just reset over and over, dude. But I wasn't, like, breaking anything hard.
Oh, no,
It was still
I'm not.
damage over time.
I'm not saying you were. I actually have a
yeah.
video. I have a video in front of me from one of the people who was indeed doing it with a posted 0-button loop ignite build that was patched 17 hours ago. So like the exact moment at 2 a.m. that they dropped the patch, this guy was immediately there with, "Oh my god, you killed my build. You can't do this." I'm like,
you should probably retag the stream as Path of Exile.
I mean, right?
You might as well just get ready, because that's
let's all just switch games right now and take off work for a week.
Path of Exile.
I'm about to have 2 weeks, like 2 weeks, like 2.5 weeks. I'm about to have a lot of time off work for the winter break. I am very excited. So, like, I officially only have 1 Monday left before my winter break. I'm very excited.
For the next battle.
Great, it would give you fucking gen, dude.
That was a dick move, RNG.
Yeah, I bring it up.
It's been pretty kind to Smug.
It's so funny. It's either been kind or ironic. Like when it made me Devil Jin and him.
It hasn't given me Asuka or fucking Steve.
Like it keeps giving Masher Man Yoshimitsu and him Fang. I'm like, what is happening? Somebody is actively fucking with us on these character selections. We're hitting random, and it's just like, but like, is it though?
It's the SNK selection. They're back with a vengeance. They're coming back for their title, fighting game of the century.
Fuck.
Yeah,
I know how to play Master Raven.
I bring it up because, like, the biggest part that people always give for any ARPG or any game in general is like, I can't find the time. I don't understand how to play it. I don't play those kinds of games. But every single time for Path of Exile, it was like, bro, I saw the skill tree and then the skill tree for this passive tree for your skill tree in the end game, and I just can't do it, bro. It's too much. It's too much. Because Autism Simulator, right? It's like, if you can be able to set up a chart, you can be able to play Path of Exile. The majority of players...
You don't even need to chart that game out.
Yeah, you don't. Somebody probably already did the build for you that will just automate it for you.
Just do it. Just do
Pretty
it.
much
Play the game and
everything.
click the buttons. Who cares? Just do it.
Every time I've respec my build around, right, because I haven't been following build guides, everything works.
Yeah.
It just has to go with the shit that you have. It wants you to test shit over time.
Like, there was a culture. It was like a really scummy culture that was set by the years of veterans that just became used to just waiting for somebody else to do the work. Because Path of Exile 1 very much is a solved game. It will always be a solved game. Because to play it, you have to understand it. To understand it, you have to test shit. So when you have billions and billions of currency, thanks Affliction League, billions and billions of currency, where the top players are the same top players that are always streaming, when they have the ability to make those experiments and test stuff out, that then just becomes the set norm. So that sets the pace for the race leagues. It sets the pace for the gauntlet leagues. It sets the pace for the class gauntlet leagues. Because with 7 classes in the game, only 4 of them get played. And then even less so the ascendancies. So Path of Exile 2.
I'm so sorry, Erdwick. I'm so sorry.
That sound! I'm so concerned. He laughed so hard. Why?
I honestly expected it.
You got Devil Jin.
I honestly expected it.
Oh my
god. Man.
Not like this.
I believe it was random only because that was not an on purpose sound you made.
It's horrible. It's so horrible.
That was absolutely not an on-purpose sound. Oh man, I hate this game right now.
Yeah, it's not been the greatest. That's for sure.
But yeah, they designed the game so that you can just pick a character and then you can make it work. And whatever crazy idea you come up with, you don't have to worry about your item crafting. More than likely, you're going to be using white items till level 27. Just have fun. New game. Experience the world. See the lore.
Experience the world. You sound like a how much are they paying you, though?
Not enough. Lord have mercy, they're not paying any player Path of Exile 1 or 2 enough, because by talking about it, we become salespeople.
I know! It's like, how dare you not pay everybody who's playing this game to play it, because they're all going to talk about it positively. You should just give them all money.
To be fair, Blizzard's probably their best salesperson.
Oh God!
Oh Lord have
such a factual statement. I co-sign that. Oh,
see, the fun part about that is there's actually 5 matrices of connections to that, but I'll just go over 2. The first one is that they had
a list of shit.
Oh, you see, I was streaming, because I stream news daily on Monday and Wednesday. Because I used to do it every day. But it's like, there's too much shit happening in the world. I would rather watch cringe and receive money from my supporters. Because I cannot be paid enough to look at these people and their political dramas and their interpersonal dramas. I would just want to laugh, bro, and I want to play video games while I do it. But besides myself, I know 5 different factors that led to the explosion of how well this went off. 3 of them are historical, and the long and short of it as a TLDR is just the game is incredible. But that's not the fun part. The fun part are the last 2 pieces. The first one was Blizzard destroying themselves by being bought out by Activision, then having to bring in mobile developer King to try and make a better mouse box with getting people to pay them money with shit like Diablo Immortal and all those other things that deal with loot box mechanics, and then eventually be taken over by Microsoft and the good old golden goblin Bobby Kotick flying off with his golden parachute while Jason Schreier writes a book about things he could have broken news stories on and reported. But
that got someone killed, by the way.
Yeah, that got somebody killed. But the money for the book sales were more important, guys.
I like that he had to add that in after I laughed that hard. Thanks for that.
You're welcome.
Look, what would be funnier? Somebody having their breast milk floating out of the employee break room, or somebody dying? Me, personally, I find the dying funnier because it happened after the hostile takeover. But Kotick lost nothing. Yes! He got a golden parachute, absolved of all crimes that have happened underneath his leadership. It's some real Barb Iger Disney shit. I digress.
They get golden parachutes, and everyone else gets golden showers.
It's not even on Kotick that this particular failure lies. It's the head of Diablo 4, or more specifically, just Diablo in general. And then the second part.
I think Rod Ferguson's playing Path of Exile right now on the low.
Oh yes. Oh, he has to be. He's like, what the fuck do I do? What am I gonna do for the next one-off season of Power? I gotta steal something from them. They're just losing so much of us.
I played Vessel of Hatred, dude. 3 days of content.
I've seen some of the streamers. Apparently, it's only 12 hours of content. And they're all playing Druid.
3 days until I got bored of said content, I should say. Right. Did all the raids, did fucking everything, blasting a wave of Spiritborn. That felt pretty good, but they're gonna nerf that into the ground. The only reason they didn't is because it was a paid DLC, and they would have gotten more backlash if they would have nerfed Spiritborn from doing so much damage rather than just buffing up the other classes.
I feel like those builds get solved in the PTS, and then they get even further broken once they get live, and then once they've been nerfed, and you hear about it through a YouTube video, it's like, oh, that's a fun build that I'll never get to play because you guys are anti-fun. Which is an argument that ironically gets used in Path of Exile 1, but I digress. The second matrices that led to the success of Path of Exile 2 blowing up so hard was the sheer wisdom that Ferguson planned their mid-season update on the same day of the launch trailer.
There wasn't nobody playing that shit, bro. Like 600 people, I think. Just Steam, right? There's probably some console Andes.
Well, you see, I would say a third part of that failure is the sheer aptitude of, we're going to design an application. We're going to make BlizzardNet, modern BlizzardNet, and we're going to try to get all of our games onto this modern BlizzardNet. We're going to destroy our classic franchises. We're going to ruin them with a reforged remaster that's not by Vivarious Games. And then we're going to ruin the things that people love. The characters, the art, the lore, the concept, the world building. But you still have the cinematics, guys. The cinematics. Wasn't it so cool?
To be fair, that was one of the best parts of Diablo 4.
Of course! It's always been the best part of Diablo. Maybe not Diablo 1.
Not saying that's a good thing, but...
Even back in the yesteryear when that used to matter.
They were really, really good.
But like the cinematics have always been good, but it's like, bro, I need more than cinematics.
Yeah,
Like,
absolutely. Gameplay is always supposed to go first, bro.
Leanore.
Oh, right, buttons.
Be it as all
Buttons
encompassing,
aren't
right?
toys, but sometimes you've
I would
got
say
to push
gameplay
them.
and the systems that go with it.
Because like making
Oh!
exclusive the way they did.
Oh!
It's like one.
Oh!
Got something good.
It's like one.
Oh! The fucking RNG gods have smiled upon me this day a little bit, just a little bit. There was a
I
smirk.
just wanted to give me
There was
Brian,
a
bro.
smirk. Just a
Hey,
teeny one.
Tick, 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 tick.
No, it's half. It's the
It's
second.
half of me. It's the bottom half.
You adjacent.
Your luck is running.
Alright, it's a bitch
I will
fight.
never understand why they chose to put her in a blackjack instead of just letting her have her purple dress.
That's an alternate.
That's paid DLC there, buddy.
I know, they were like, what would you like better? That's what we'll make you pay for.
Hey, you
Leanore
want
just
to take
spam
the
circle.
jacket
That's
off,
a really
huh?
good
That'll
move.
be
I didn't actually know it
$20
was that
there,
easy to
son.
do.
But I'm sorry, Hirata. I'm sorry, I can't do it. I love you, Hirata. Please keep making Tekken, but I can't do it.
God damn it, Nina.
But like, yeah, that's like in my job as just an independent journalist. Like, there's a level of let's look at how the game is being played on the Steam charts, and it's like that's only half the story. It's actually 25% of the story.
I'd say it's less than 25% due to Epic Games Store.
Man,
a lot of people that use it.
Man, I can't support Epic Games because I don't like being given a fucking bot that will then disconnect me from my games if I go under a 2 megabyte upload as a form of virtual machine. But they've made themselves more relevant ever since they've been trying to work
There was
out those
movement.
independent deals back when they started the time-limited sales. I will never forgive them for doing this with something like Darkest Dungeon 2.
He'll never forgive you.
Absolutely not. I don't want my game cut off randomly because I had a fucking internet spike for my latency. Ping jitter, I lose my game
I think
instance.
you can set it in offline mode now.
Now.
Dungeon, like an MMO. Or,
I've never had that
okay.
happen. I didn't know they did that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I was
Darkest
about to
Dungeon
say,
2
almost.
was originally released for just them on a time-limited offer. The same thing with Borderlands 3. But in the case of Borderlands
Luckily,
3...
Borderlands 3 was trash anyway.
Yeah, for Borderlands 3's release, it unironically had a
Borderlands is trash in
virtual
general.
machine that would just disconnect your connection because this was their form of
Right,
anti-cheat.
the first one was okay.
One was magnificent.
I
Two,
can't stand
and its
Borderlands.
extensions were quintessential, but the problem with the franchise is it had a time clock. It had a time clock, and its time was more than over because it was created for Redditors, and then the Redditors turned on.
Goddamn Redditors.
That's what happens when you try to write for the fucking nepotism siblings. Like, you got one as a voice actor, you got the other one as a writer, and both of them represent that world. Anyways, back to the humor of what I was saying. I want to be in the room when Ferguson wrote that tweet that he made, where he was just coping and seething.
Diablo-like.
Yes.
Don't let me. Don't. No. I was like, don't let this work. Don't let this. No.
God
No.
That was really impressive how you were countering in between getting hit. That was really interesting.
That was neat.
All you gotta do is mash square with Jimmy, dog. What are you doing?
That looked like something straight out the friendlies on day one of Open Winter Circle. Just little Timmy from Minnesota is going up against Ball Swagger 667. Oh my god, an unforeseen button pressing. I've never heard the switches clack so fast. But yeah,
Did you just turn into Barack Obama for a second?
Yeah, bro, that's what the hell.
Hey now.
My name is Barack Obama.
Obama.
Oh, Obama.
It's okay, everybody. Settle down.
Yeah. The sheer comedy that has been the destruction
I'm
of
gonna come.
Blizzard.
God,
The sheer
not
sheer
Dragon
comedy
Love again.
of watching Activision Blizzard blow itself up in various fashions across all the genres they wanted to try and dabble into has just been amazing. This week, it was the hero shooter with Marvel Rivals. Before, it was Diablo. And then even further than that, World of Warcraft and all the other games have come and gone or continued to exist since. It's just Sus Todd just has to be playing that office 24/7. And whenever a new game continues to dominate them, they just add another tab on Ferguson's list to just look at the tweets of. And then get sad.
Fuck you, Jin.
Like, they have to all be inside of a group chat on Slack, just like, what the fuck do we do? Who do we blame? Because you can't blame Tencent. They didn't make you censor this.
I would pay
so my
handsomely to see
favorite
this
game is playing
okay,
365 Degrees of Bacon to like blame somebody for something they had nothing to do with. So like, if I tried really hard, I could make it their fault.
I was gonna say, speaking of Slack channels, I would pay handsomely to see the Slack channels for Blizzard and all these other companies during election night.
What?
Well,
look, they should like pay-per-view that shit.
Because that would be, man. I'd pay $50 to read all that.
Well, you already know what Twitch's looks like. A lot of Asmongold hate.
I don't know why people hate Asmongold. He's like super like calm and like he doesn't do anything. He's just like, yeah, that's stupid.
He says
Everyone knows it.
unapproved words and everybody has
Yeah,
to know that, but he says them so calmly that they look ridiculous being mad about it.
Yeah.
There's like 2 degrees. The first degree is Zachary himself. He's not controversial, so when he does become controversial, you have to look into it and be like, okay, so why are you mad about that when these other people are over here being Hassan's personal anti-Semitic squad? Like, hello?
Hello?
Because that's what caused us to see the best crash out ever seen and witnessed by influencers on the internet. Thanks, Stan.
Anti-Semitic.
Oh, you weren't aware of Hassan Piker's anti-Semitism squad? The anti-Semi squad? Featuring Frogan and Denims?
Erdwig's ears perked up like, what?
It's not as interesting as you think it is.
That was hilarious.
The anti-Semitism isn't interesting. It's the sheer level of, bro, what?
Well, it's the him getting away with it thing that's hilarious.
Yes. And then when you take a look at the Slack channel, it's like, oh, I see. You guys are down with you.
I couldn't get away with that.
You sound so mad.
Like, the level of the things that come out of my mouth on my own broadcast that I don't mean, that I say as jokes with the power of a voice actor. I couldn't say it on Twitch while I'm broadcasting on 4 platforms at the same time.
No.
He gets away with it on 1!
No, somebody will get all pissed.
Yeah, I was gonna say you could
just
play the black card, but the Jew card counters that. It's a new update.
It does. I don't know when they installed that update, but they patched that in while nobody was looking, and I'm confused.
It was a patchless update to the game server. In order to counter it, you had to be involved in the black entertainer but Jewish wife sub-patch DLC.
Oh yeah, you have to join that guild.
GG's.
Yeah, you have to try out and then NSEC for the Freemasons, and they give you your own horse-face Jewish wife.
All I'm hearing is
that's a little redundant, but yeah.
You.
See, you think that these are just me being off the cuff, but what I'm saying is unironically the way that Hollywood works.
Oh yeah, I know. Yeah.
I'm not even joking. Look into Jordan Peele, look into Donald Glover. And every single time, black entertainer, Jewish
I already
wife.
know, man. I already know, and it's so funny. That's what's so funny, because you're not wrong. It's like a very specific formula.
It's funny because with my own wife, I technically fit the other archetype, which is black man, white wife. Black man, heavyset white wife. Black man, heavyset white wife. But they grew fat together.
You got fat together.
You got like the stereotype bingo.
Skip down the fucking ice cream aisle together. Jeez.
Why is people getting Jen so often? This is like the 5th time this evening.
I know.
Jen really needs to be sorry.
Like Zafina and Jen are like every other round.
Couples that get fat together fucking stay together, because at one point you look at each other and you're both like, we are both disgusting and we are stuck with each other at this point.
Or that is just a gravitational pull you can't get away.
You literally can't. Like the physics doesn't allow it. The physics no longer permits you to separate. You're just stuck orbiting each other, which is fine. You like each other. It's good. It works out.
For humor, there was one person in the chat room that's like, so, whoever's speaking, I'm sorry, I'm not doing this voice on purpose. It's
what
just
is this lag, bro?
Right? That's what I'm getting it too. I fucking don't know.
Are you on Wi-Fi?
Did a cat? Yeah, but his Wi-Fi is usually fine.
I was getting it too.
Yeah, my Wi-Fi is peak.
Alright, I mean, nobody has any reason to argue, but okay.
Did a cat walk in front of the router?
We were talking about it. What are you talking about?
I'm just laughing about the confidence.
Was he in
You're not
search of some
wrong.
soft meat?
You've never had this. All cats always target the soft meat. I have, like, randomly gotten, like, stray cats on the street to let me pet them, and for some reason they always turn around and, like, hook, like, the inside of my elbow, like that little soft skins. That's like the first soft meat a cat ever encounters. Like, strange random cats will just reach out and nick it. It hurts every time.
Bro,
Like
what
all-
is this
all the
fucking
cats that-
lag?
All the cats that
Cats
like,
are smart.
It is
They'll
terrible.
hit the
The
soft
Tekken
terrible,
servers are shitting the bed. It's gotta be the Tekken servers.
It's peer-to-peer, though. I don't
Thanks,
know why that would
Harada.
be.
I don't know. It's somehow Harada's fault, though. I'm gonna write an angry letter and sign it, Karen, tonight.
True.
In all capital letters.
All capital letters.
Very strongly worded.
Strongly worded, but like also oddly professional. I'm gonna run it through Grammarly like 6 times.
capital N with the N, and then soft double
Chat
G.
BG. I want the most professional. Fuck you.
But no, I know exactly what you're talking about, Leanore. All the cats that are strays from my neighbor to my right, they all just slowly over time, my wife has approached them with food, and now they approach me thinking I'll give them food, and when I don't give them food, they will try to run up to me, and they'll just like paw at my jean leg, and they'll like slowly try hooking it in, but I got the good denim, so they don't even pierce that first layer of fabric, and I'm just like, oh, you poor little
Oh,
thing.
good
why you
denim.
don't
That's like a
feed wild
cat's
animals.
arch nemesis is good denim, man. They just don't know what to do with it. They don't even get
Imagine
snack
feeding
denim,
the
they just
bears at
bounces off.
Yellowstone.
But hey, at least this conversation is a lot better than the sex talk, huh?
I made everybody upset with that one. I'm sorry, guys. I was
100.
fascinated.
It wasn't the content so much as the duration.
Fair.
I actually have experience in the topic, and yet I thought to myself,
All
man,
right. Settle down.
man, that's a long time away from here, and it's like, yeah, you don't just, not even for content, you don't just come up with that idea. You have to really passionately do it, and I've watched her interviews with Destiny.
She seemed like she really wanted to do it, but then like she cried really hard afterwards, and I'm like, I don't know if you really wanted it that bad, but then she posted saying she wanted to do it times 10. And I'm like, ma'am, your mental
Maybe she
health
was just
is
doubling
going
down
well.
as a coping mechanism. Like, she saw everybody's responses. She's like, oh yeah,
Yeah.
I'm gonna do 10 times more.
And I almost respect it. Like, I've done some stupid shit.
No.
Like, that's
It's
never
really
at
hard.
that level. Like,
See, the
I
problem-
respect the
Technically, that'd probably
response,
just
but not the
hurt.
context.
See, the problem is that you can respect it on a scientific level. Like, you're gonna be a human petri dish, and I respect your contribution to science. But
Right.
I
don't
respect
touch
the
me,
bioweapons
don't touch
we're gonna
my
discover
food.
because
You are gonna be... You're gonna be classified
Like-
as a biological weapon. You're not gonna be able to leave the country because your passport gets revoked.
Like, you can't
Put
touch
on the
me.
database. She can't get a food handler's permit.
It's the new typhoid
some
Mary.
consequences outside of just society being like, ew. Like, something else has to happen, right? Like,
It's
You're
just
not
the new
allowed within
typhoid Mary.
500, not allowed within 500 feet of any blood donation place.
want you near it. The
But,
air
yeah.
around you could contaminate the very precious fluids we have collected. Not the way you do.
And whenever she drives a car, she has to be the
God
first in
damn,
the lane,
bro.
so that nobody. Well, actually, no, back the lane, because if she goes first, then everybody's gonna smell it.
It depends on which way the wind's blowing. Like, there's gonna be, like, contextual laws. Like, ma'am, when you leave the house, you must always be downwind of everyone. You can
Oh, I'm
never
pretty
be
sure she
upwind of your peers.
She'll do that, then 28 years later.
Contextual laws.
Contextual laws, yes. I said it the way I said it on purpose.
Oh, what a grab.
Grab
What up?
ding dong. AstraZeneca is annoyingly old.
AstraZeneca?
Yeah, it's her name.
not anymore. They patched her.
Oh, they did? That's almost unfortunate.
Yeah, I mean, none of us really used her to her full
I know,
potential.
but
used
she
to-
was like, I watched videos of people just being fucking annoying in ranked, and that made me want to learn her, because you know how much I love being annoying.
Yeah, I mean, they used to, let me see, it's her...
They gave her a Brian, but the outfit's normal, so it feels wrong.
Nice grab.
It's so funny
What?
just watching her fucking attack.
What a grab.
I mean, I have nothing to complain about, really. That, like, I always think to myself, did they have, like, they mocap this?
I wouldn't put it past Toronto. They are all in the same phase of like game movie. We need to always mocap every person's body, including this one writer whose body is now going to be used as like a stand-in for these parts we couldn't get from the space model.
They don't necessarily have to have somebody get mocap doing that with a bunch of different body types. They just have to have it once on like a green, like somebody in one of the, like the green morph suit. Like, can I volunteer to be the green morph suit guy?
Oh, see, that's funny because
that would just be neat.
See, that's the fun part, Leanore. You don't even have to have the green cap no suit anymore to do it. That's like PS2 era with Ruben Langdon and Dan Southworth doing the mocap for Dante and Virgil.
Now I can just stand there in my regular street clothes. That's amazing.
Yes, you can.
I'm so happy to learn this. Please.
Actually, Da Vinci can remove you. Just select around you nowadays, dude. It's great.
Like the furthest that you'd have to be willing to go depends on how skin close you want the outfits to be on the character. So for that character in Stellar Blade, when they got that green model to do the body shots,
your connection's not looking so great, right?
That just
it's a camera suite.
That just harkens back Angelina Jolie feeling more naked after filming Beowulf with that fucking skin suit than she did when she's ever actually been naked on screen.
Yeah,
that's amazing. And like that sentiment has been mirrored by a bunch of women who have both been actually naked on camera and then like mocapped real close, but like Jessica Alba said she felt more naked when they did the Invisible Woman thing than when she was just naked. Which I'm like, I don't understand it personally. I have nothing to compare that thought to, but like, I guess because now somebody has a digital scan of what is essentially you naked, they can just copy and paste forever.
Like that Futurama episode.
Why do you keep getting the same 5 characters, Smug? Damn.
It's this. Oh wait, let's see. Now that we've talked about Path of Exile, I
had a value we weren't aware of.
After talking about Path of Exile, I know who's responsible for the RNG. It's the Sass Master. Got all the shells just sitting there on the button, like, I wonder what'll happen next.
I wonder what's for dinner.
Fucking chaos smiles upon this matchup.
I mean, that's every day. It's every day, bro.
But yeah, the sheer level of I can't believe what happens on this platform. Man, the years that have gone by, and I could have been fucking slur maxing.
Fair.
Missed opportunities.
Just get, all you need is just get a doctor to say you have Tourette's, and then you can say whatever you want on any platform, and then you can just whip that out and be like, that bitch was.
Just whip out that doctor's
disabled.
diagnosis and be like,
I have the every word card.
Are you being ableist because of my condition?
Right? Like, for real, full talk.
How
I mean, like,
dare
ideally you would also have
reported.
If we didn't have the classical hard R patch, I could have just get away with it by saying, I'm a funny black man. Every syllable out of my mouth is money.
Fair, right? That should be a default.
Fell for the classic blunder, Mr. Bright.
You just hear a ahem. Oh.
Just unironically, somewhere in the room, it's like, you can't say that, and just, excuse me, sir. As you can clearly see, I'm an African-American
Pull it out of your pocket protector. Pull out a monocle and start reading from a notebook.
And like, your favorite part, you're not even, like, light-skinned and questionable. Like, you just... not...
Light-skinned and questionable sounds like a really funny album name.
I thought that immediately after I said it.
Light Skin Questionable. That's the debut comedy album. There you go, right there. Lock it in.
Questionable.
Fuck that. That's the next hit anime, dude.
Oh my god, yes!
It's a battle MMO anime that turns into a romantic sim situation.
It's just reskinned Dan-to-Dan.
Tied into a new storyline.
Speaking of reskin Dan-to-Dan.
Oh, let's not speak of reskin Dan-to-Dan.
Nah.
Only if you want to talk about an episode, not the controversy.
Nah. It's not even a controversy. It happens every single day and week.
Are you talking about the
Here we
recolors
go.
that people are doing?
Yes.
Yeah.
They've been doing them since forever. It's just now it's coming
Oh,
down to
okay,
them.
alright. Yeah, well, yeah.
Like
I
it's
swear to
gotten so
God.
frequent. It's gotten so frequent that even
you
the
focused
Japanese,
on the match.
like,
Yeah, I
the
got that
Japanese,
controller in my hand again.
like the Japanese.
Alright, let's
Oh!
go! Ah!
Oh my!
You sound angry, Smug, and that
Oh,
makes
no.
me
No.
excited.
It's just.
He said his kidney
just,
stone coming out.
Ha! This
Hey, don't
is
joke about that, man.
hilarious.
It happened last
Oh, no.
year. Lenore can tell you it was not fun for me.
You should drink water every time you think about it.
Dude, you're
It's
telling me.
genetic. I
I'm
don't think
so
it matters what I
paranoid.
drink.
This exact matchup happened before. Awesome.
That's just
Motherfuck!
Marvelous.
Alright.
The fucking art shit happens every single time a new concept or a new franchise comes out, and they decide to do the classical schizophrenic and dyslexic, racist and Hollywood bit. It happens every time, and it never
I
stops
mean,
being
they
funny.
could just pay me and get that done with, and they just can't? Why can't they? I would love a paycheck. I can check most of those boxes if they want me to. It's not a problem.
First, they would, need to see, they would first have to see your Democratic membership card.
Oh, I don't have one. Unfortunate. I can pretend to have one, though. If they don't check, I'm pretty sure I convince them I can have. I'm pretty sure I convince them I have one. Like, if I just go off of aesthetics, be like, look, my
Just
Sailor
wear a
Moon
bunch
tattoo
of
and
Bernie
pink hair.
Sanders
I'm totally in your. I'm totally on your side. It's fine.
It's like wear Bernie Sanders merch and like a short enough.
Just bust
CrossFit.
in there like, whatever you say, boomer. It's fine.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Just
no
like
problem,
Nicole.
man. It's fine.
Just like Nicole until she starts claiming more of her heritage and starts acting more like a Latina.
Oh, God.
Oh, excuse me. Latinx. Oh, excuse me. It changed again. Latine.
Latine?
Yes. It's like a dance move. Excuse me, guys. Let me hit the Latine.
Like Roomba? Like, wait. Is Roomba
Watch
dance
me
or
whip.
is that a thing that
Watch
vacuums
me.
my carpet? I don't. Zumba? Zumba is dancing, right?
Yeah.
Zumba
It
Roomba?
is aerobic dancing. Yes.
A
Look,
Roomba is a
as
vacuum.
long as they wear yoga pants, I'm fine.
See, I bring this
Oh.
up specifically because
I love it
Oh
when you
my
make
God.
sounds like that. That makes me excited to see what character it gave you.
earlier you chat room.
Oh, is it Panda? Please let it be Panda. Oh, God.
Even
Yeah.
worse. Good
That's
luck.
hilarious.
They had said something to
Oh.
the effect of,
Fucking hate this game.
whoever's
Okay.
speaking,
Frick
I
him.
assumed that you must be a leftist of some variety. I'm like, oh no. Oh, we're about to be disappointed. Oh no. Oh no.
Carl, you're brown and I'm white with colored hair. We definitely need to be Democrats, right?
See, they would
From what
never
I hear.
allow. They would never allow.
I'm just sitting over here on the sidelines, right?
Like, Mr.
I'll be the enlightened centrist here. But
Oh, we're all banana
I'd take a-
towns.
I would take a title like the enlightened N-word.
Enlightened N-word. Put that on a shirt and I'll buy it and probably wear it in public.
get this motherfucker a scroll to open up every time he enters a group of people and start reading from it.
And every single word is pronounced in Yodo English, but it has to be processed through Ebonics.
Oh my God! Look, I'm having look. There's like Martin
Crackhead
Luther
Ebonics.
jokes in my head right now. And I can't say them.
Oh, you're funny as shit, dude. That was
Hope
good.
so. I hope so. Get a little name tag for that shirt as a color commentator that says Edward the N-word. But I say the exact same thing from as Ed from Ed, Ed, Eddie. Like, Eddie, Tucker knows how to talk that language, doesn't he? What a white woman at.
What?
I'd just like to say that I have no idea what is happening anymore,
An African American milestone.
and haven't for like an hour and a half.
That's about how long Carl's been here, so that checks out.
I swear to God, I'm not even looking at the camera feed. I'm pretty sure that Lenore is dying laughing on 5 dimensions.
I'm happens all the time. I also make aggressive hand gestures randomly.
It's usually my fault.
I turned into Earthworm Jim a couple of times. Yeah. I make unpleasant faces for funsies.
Now,
Whoa,
someone mentioned earlier
Nelly.
that they recognized my face.
It's a whole bag.
From where do you know me?
Everywhere.
I swear, every time I ask this question, I always learn a new place that I apparently have existed in. According to Dev, I was apparently canceled last week by somebody. No clue. Have no interest. I don't name search myself.
Come on, big
I have
money,
notifications
big money, no whammy.
turned off for people who aren't following me, and I'm not following them. So, like, if it's nobody I need to give a shit about, I don't ever see it.
Unfortunately, I have a thing called a wife and child, so I can't even begin having the time to name search. That was a single man's game.
Right, there you go. That's you're like, I have too much going on in my IRL to sit down with the typings.
I think I used all of my RNG.
You used all of your RNG points, and now you're getting garbage?
Get ready for the next
Yes.
battle.
You just
It's
wake
not
up one day and-
garbage!
Little does he know the blessing he has.
No, she's
Right?
actually good. I just don't know how to use her.
She
Yeah, I
is
know.
really
She's so
good.
fucking hard to play,
But
dude.
she's, yeah. Look,
Especially-
I focused on learning how
where
to
do
be
I get accounts
annoying with
going?
her.
Your things dip into like 1 bar.
Yeah, see? I knew I wasn't crazy. He's got bear privilege right now. He's just gonna hammer you, watch. Back one. Back one, Nerdwig.
The grabs the gun. The fun part is I'm watching this and fucking like it's not
There you
real
go.
time.
They would just back one the whole match, bro.
Fish.
Twist your bear titties.
Hooray! Crackhead hot dog.
Mhm.
Oh, okay.
What?
Having all my moves come out a second after I press the button is pretty hard.
It's not what your mom
I didn't know that his fish turns into a bomb.
It does. It like wiggles around all dramatically and then just turns into a bomb drone.
Yeah.
The sound of like sound it makes when it flops around is so aggressive.
Smug, back 2-4. Back 2, then 4 now. Yeah, there you go.
Back these nuts.
That'll be your launcher. Or back 1+2.
See, the fun part is that those that understand fighting game notation
That's
understand the controls, but for everybody casually who I tag to come watch the stream,
They're gonna be
they're
like, what does the
f-"
number mean,
I've tried to
Carl?
explain it to people and they don't want to listen.
No,
Like,
he's
Mason,
like
what does the numbers mean?
he
Yeah.
tagged his audience in, so like
Oh, I know,
they're
I'm
not-
just
they don't
saying, like,
watch
in
fighting
general,
Try
I
to
games.
keep
tried
it
to
up with
explain it
Dragon
to
Ball
people who
Fighters
don't know.
notation.
Yeah.
Or
It's-
Guilty Gear.
It's like it's very simple
Just guilty
because a
as
lot
you
of
can
them
find
play
a
anime
It's
fighters,
fine.
Yep.
but they never go. Well, no, that's an what I said was about to be a lie. It's not that they don't understand the FGC; it's that they don't want to go to the FGC because almost 98% of competitors somehow end up in a scandal, and it
Fair.
almost always involves kids.
Ooh,
Except the gays. Black Yoshi has yet to touch kids.
Yay!
We have one.
Congratulations, you did literally the bare minimum. Huh?
It's like one black gay. He's the chosen. I can't say that word in the stream. He's the chosen word for French cigarette. He's the only one that can compete against the furry that is Dominique, which is to say Sonic Vox.
French baguette.
Yeah, that's what we'll call it.
I've done
Just
it
mix-
before. Squirtle said all manner of slurs.
I still can't believe you did that to me. I sent you a joke in private and you're like, hey guys, look what Smug just sent me. I think that was also a box wine juice night.
The wine wasn't in a box, but it was present.
No, it was inside of you, and then you're like, hey.
Okay.
Wine juice. It was a wine juice night. Oh, fuck. Alright, after my next match, I think I'm gonna call the stream. I have day job work in the morning.
Only 9:30.
Me too. Stay up till 4, pussy.
I mean, no.
Look, I'm just gonna point out that on my screen it's showing smug internet, not so great.
That's weird. I don't understand.
That's your connection to him. That's what.
Yeah, I don't
my
know.
connection to
Something's
him.
going
Everybody
on.
else's connection looks
weird.
fine.
It's the peer-to-peer connection. It's not just
So something's going on between you and some people.
Erdwick and the rest of the world.
I don't care. I'll take on the world.
At 75 ping.
In a video game, right?
Probably.
You'll take on the world in a video game, right?
He's like shadowboxing the Wi-Fi.
No, in real life!
Work.
He's like, he RKOs his router and then the internet completely cuts off and he disappears.
Oh my god. If I break my router and I disappear from real life, I don't know how I'll handle that. I mean, I wouldn't.
Hey, I saw that.
When you said that, that's what I imagined. Like, if I break my router and I just stop existing.
That's...
It would be like Schrodinger's spook. That's the joke I couldn't say earlier. It's like Schrodinger's spook. If the person only exists when they have...
That's a slur.
If the person only exists when they are capable of being within range of a hotspot or Wi-Fi internet connection with open access to your data port, does that person truly be able to exist if enough people are nearby and around for them to exist like a normal poltergeist?
I mean, it depends. Is anybody else ever within eyeshot of said Wi-Fi hotspot? Because at this point, you might just have a simulacra.
See, the way that I imagine it is that the way that a video game tournament can be set up at a convention.
I don't know the number.
They just find an open room and they classify that as the game room. And the second that they turn on the wireless router for the internet for the event, 500 black people just show up outside the event at the same time.
They're just for no reason. They're just there. Hello.
Like they just, it's the digital effect on the people's faces from Twin Peaks: The Return. They just phase into existence.
They just spawn in. That's amazing.
Yes, they electric Radio Man static the way in. It's
everybody's
like, hey,
bandwidth chunks.
Yes.
Oh my god.
It's like in unison, 500 guys in baggy t-shirts that smell like Jankum, at least 200 women that are playing in full cosplay.
You continue doing the spinnies.
And you got like 100 girls that showed up in their true gamer girl swag fashion, as fail girls can, and only can.
Yeah!
And
I helped someone! Look at that! Holy shit!
So many different things happening at once. I feel like I'm gonna have a stroke or a seizure or both, and it's gonna be on camera either way. So that's $1 million.
I know you lost this, right? But you're fucking welcome.
Remember, it's the same.
I'm totally uninstalled.
Don't say I never did anything for you.
Breathe through your nose and remain with eye contact.
Jesus. You know what? If I could describe the stream, it would just be Louise Belcher in front of flames with her hands up. Just.
How many times has Lars been chosen?
I'm Louise, right? I'm Louise.
4 for me now.
Get ready for the next battle.
Lars and Jared.
It's above 10.
This is
I didn't even keep track. It's above 10.
Everybody pay attention. This is the last match of the night.
Ooh, yeah, this
Pay
is
attention.
This is it. Ow, fuck, ow!
This is like the exact opposite
I have
character.
the power of God and
Paul
anime on my side.
The power of God. The God's not here, man.
Quarter circle forward 2.
God's not here in this country.
Give him the death fist.
God can't exist in a world where...
I'm duking him. It's okay. Shuriken.
Oh, shit. Oh, fuck. Ow.
I feel like motion controls might be outside of Leanor's wheelhouse
Don't
tonight.
punch me in the dick!
Yeah, but
I struggle with quarter circle forwards mid combo. I don't know why.
That shit
my
is
brain
so
just
easy, bro.
doesn't like doing it.
Play more Dragon Ball.
You
You'll
should
get
play,
it.
play more Dragon Ball, play more Street Fighter, quarter circle forwards, or
I can do it. It's about whenever they're in the middle of something.
If they gotta be at the beginning or the end, if they're in the middle, your brain's like, no, I don't wanna.
Yeah, because Kunamitsu's knife thing, where she throws it and teleports, that's a quarter circle forward 1.
You should
Like all
play
of
Akuma.
quarter fork. Yeah, quarter fork.
You guys will get to be
Quarter fork.
reacquainted with that next week.
I mean, maybe.
Akuma.
What if you and I are the only ones that still have Tekken 7 for next week? I don't know what I'm gonna do.
Well, I don't fucking
Put on a
have
great
it, I'll
show.
tell you that.
We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out.
Tekken is like
get it on
Tekken
a
7 is like
website for
$8.
it.
Yeah, it's
90
cheap.
cents.
I'll like crowdfund it and make sure everybody's got it. I don't give a shit. Crowdfund it. By that,
I mean, you gave like 4
$4
months notice.
It's super cheap, and it's actually cheaper now than it was when I mentioned it. The first
You
time.
give it like 4
With all the
months notice,
characters.
like, yeah, I have money to expend.
It's like $7.
It's not now,
Relax!
Yeah, CD keys.
Jeez.
Relax.
Well, give
I'm
me
not
one
even
then.
kidding. Like I'm gonna shut your mouth. I guarantee you, I can
Oh,
probably
really?
find a Tekken 7 key for $2. It'll be fine.
I'll find one right now.
All right.
Watch this.
Anyway, I hope everybody had a great time. I'm gonna go ahead and switch to the stream ended screen before anybody says a
I'm
slur.
here too.
Okay, bye.
I don't think anybody.